Good evening, everyone, and happy Super Bowl Sunday, happy ice dance finals, happy Olympics. Welcome to another. I'm just kidding. I'll take that again.
No, it's good. It's good. I was going to say happy Galentine's Day.
There you go.
Because today is Galentine's Day.
Yes, it is. And anyway, we're in a mood. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of So You Want to Lead a Party. I'm Nate.
I'm Ragan.
And thank you again for following us on the socials, subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment, and for finding us on Patreon, all of which helps others discover the program.
Yes.
Ragan, in line with our athletic time tonight, who are we doing tonight?
Well, it's also Black History Month, so
Sure is.
We didn't do someone of color last week, but that's okay. This week, we are doing the greatest athlete of the 20th century. I will fight you. I will literally take off my earrings and my rings, and I will fight you, Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Full-on Black woman. Yep.
Oh, no, it won't be a Black moment. It will be a full-on, you just got your ass tagged.
Yeah. Jackie Joyner-Kersee, let's do it.
Yes.
Who is,
oh my gosh,
for the uninitiated, Jackie Joyner-Kersee?
Yes. So, give you a little bit of background. Jackie Joyner-Kersee is an Olympic athlete, and she competed in what is called the heptathlon, which is a 7-series event. Now, interesting fact, the heptathlon was present for men, and it didn't become an event until the 1980s. And Jackie Joyner competed, she competed in the finals for the Olympics in the 1980s when she was 18, but I think she came in eighth behind Carol Lewis, who is another high schooler. And then Jackie Joyner made it to the Olympics in 1984, where I believe she got a silver that year. And then after that, gold, baby gold. And then right before she retired, bronze and bronze. But if I'm not mistaken, as of 2019, she still holds the record very much. She is now a philanthropist. She is Jacqueline Joyner. She married her coach from UCLA, Bob Kersee, and that's why she's Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Her sister-in-law, Flojo, Florence Griffin Joyner, married Jackie Joyner's brother. Florence Griffith Joyner was also a great athlete who, when she came onto the scene, and not to downplay Jackie Joyner-Kersee, had these huge nails. And Jackie Joyner also had nails, but not quite like Florence Griffin. And you may have heard about Florence Griffin because she just recently passed, I want to say in the past year or two. And someone on Twitter decided to say that her nails, because they grew so long, meant that she was a drug addict. And that is a stigma that both Florence Griffith and Jackie Joyner had to live with, because everyone believed that the only reason why Jackie Joyner-Kersee was the amazing athlete that she was because she was doing drugs. And in reality, she was not. In fact, she got tested so frequently during the Olympic Games because that's what they would do. If you were in the top 15, you would come up in the lottery to see if you were going to be tested for drugs. She was tested so many times. In fact, I think she was tested 4 times in a 6-week period, and each time came up negative. But of course, everybody wants to say, you must be doing drugs. No, what it is that our society has made it that if you don't fit a particular parameter, you have to work that much harder to prove yourself worthy. That's what that is. That's literally what that is. Notice I said if you don't fit a particular parameter, didn't say anything about race or gender or sexual identity. I just said if you don't fit a particular parameter. Where your mind goes from there, that's on you. Okay, don't come at me innate. Because again, I will fight you anywhere. Okay, that's my boy. That's my friend. That's my boy Nate.
I don't know which way I'm pointed right now, but
yeah, what? So now Jackie Joyner is a philanthropist and she's from East St. Louis, Illinois. If you know nothing about East St. Louis, Illinois, understand that people that came from that area, and I don't know if it's still happening now, but I'm guessing it is. It was a very impoverished area. And it was such a environmentally toxic area. I remember reading an article, and I will have to research this, but I do remember reading an article where there was a school that had sewage backing up. And that was not anything unusual in that area. So now Jackie Joyner is spending her life helping families and children with education, with athleticism. She's working with other athletes to make it possible for these, because it costs a lot of money to be trained, to be an Olympic athlete. Let's be honest. It takes a lot of money because your family has to travel wherever these competitions are. They have to buy you the materials for it. I'm not saying it was the greatest movie, but if you ever saw the Tonya Harding movie, she talks about how, well, the character talks about how expensive it was, and that you asked for fur coats. It's like, are you kidding me?
She made all her own costumes.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I'm not excusing Tonya Harding. That's a whole nother topic. But Jackie Joyner also is paying for families to have access to internet and computers, which is so essential right now. And it's like, in our country, everybody should have access to the internet and computers. That's ridiculous that there are families that don't have that. And so much of what we do in this society today is based on computers and access to the internet. I mean, even for your medical, it was. Because I remember during quarantine, my doctor's visit was online. I had to talk to her online. So, so Jackie Joyner-Kersee was named after Jacqueline Kennedy. And also Jackie Joyner was influenced, and I'm looking this name up to make sure I didn't get it wrong. I believe it was Bab Dietrichson. Yes, Bab Dietrichson. And if you're not familiar with who Bab Dietrichson is, Bab Dietrichson was in every sport you could think of. And she was like, I like them all. I'm going to do them all. And she was the GOAT of her time. And in fact, competed in, I want to say, the 1932 Olympics. And that is what encouraged Jackie Joyner to also do basketball. So Jackie Joyner wasn't just the heptathlon, she also competed in basketball. So she's just amazing. And yes, she is the greatest of all time. She is the GOAT. Okay. She could kick. And I know I'm going to get guff on this and direct it only to me. She's better than Michael Jordan. I said it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You're in Chicago saying that too.
Squish, 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 squish.
Bullshit right there.
I said it. I said it. Bring it all. Bring it all. All right. So I was doing some research. And I'm thinking for a race for Jackie Joyner,
Mhm.
wood elf, add in a monk and a feat, and we could get her up to 75 for her
For-
base speed.
For movement, for base speed.
Yes,
I'm intrigued.
yes. I did research on this. I researched again because I was
Okey-doke.
like, what is the fastest race? And I was told the Eric Corcra, because they have the flight speed of
Light
50
speed,
miles,
yep.
of 50, but that's flight. Yes, Jackie Joyner, I'm sure if I were miniaturized and I got to sit on her shoulder as she ran, it would feel like I was flying and I would go wee. But if we're talking about just walking movement or step movement, if we get her as a wood elf monk with I think it's called a walking feat or something like that. It's one of those feats. She can get up to 75, but that is a race without spells. There are casters that can move, I want to say 150 steps with a spell. Is
With
it
a spell? They're with like a teleport, yes.
okay?
But they're not like physically moving. They're just like poof, and then I'm over here.
Okay, all right.
I
So
like
do we want?
I like the physical movement though.
Yeah, I think that works best for her because I feel that if we add in the spell, it's sort of like all those naysayers who were saying that she wasn't actually able to do that, and she was. I mean, just accept it. Just accept. There are some people like Simone Biles, who we've done before, that are just otherworldly in their ability to do things. It's just how it is.
Stop assuming Black excellence is the result of something intrinsically wrong or
Thank
like
you.
like
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes, it does not mean that you are less of a person.
Yeah.
It just means you're not Jackie Joyner.
You're right.
That's it.
Not
That's all
everyone
that
can
means.
do it. She did it. Not everyone can do that.
Right. And is that not excellent for everybody to see that human beings are capable of something like this? Some people. So, okay, so we're doing a wood elf monk. Then what are you thinking for background for her?
There is, let me see. Cause she's like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Background.
Well, she is someone that believes in reaching back and helping others.
Sure.
She is someone that is using her fame and her power for the betterment of everyone. So she is definitely good. I would say neutral good as a background. I would say neutral good. She's not chaotic good. So I would say neutral good.
There is a background apparently called athlete.
Oh, there we go.
I think that I'm looking at them now. This is on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So it could be that gives proficiency in both athletics and acrobatics too.
Right.
So
and then with her being a monk, we would definitely pump up her constitution to the highest. Deck. Right. I would say, okay, so we do the constitution and dex. She is strong, but I don't think you need strength for monks.
Not as much. It's helpful, but
Okay. Okay, so
yeah.
then Dex, Constitution,
With
Strength, maybe Wisdom,
yeah.
and then Intelligence can kind of.
This is not to say that intelligence,
Oh no.
again, in the like charisma or the mental ones, the mental stats for D&D. This is not to cast
Right.
aspersions on any.
No. I'm saying pump up her wisdom over her intelligence because as we've explained in other videos, I think there's only like one, maybe two classes that require both intelligence and wisdom. And so for this one, she is an intelligent person, but she's also a wise person because she did not allow those naysayers to force her into hiding. She stood up, she kept competing, and she's just like, you're going to do what you're going to do, but I know who I am. And also, she's using what she has, she's using her platform for good. All right. If anybody's following social media, you have seen plenty of celebrities use their huge platforms to hurt and belittle people. And this woman, she's just like, no, it's not happening. She's going to use it for good. So that's why I'm saying wisdom. Oh, sorry, over intelligence for that one. And then yeah, okay, so race, class, we're looking at the abilities, we're looking at background. And for her equipment, we're gonna have to give her something nice for the shoes.
How about like a spear is a pretty good monk weapon.
Well,
it could also be like flavored maybe as a javelin because because she's a track.
No, we do have javelins. Don't we have javelins in D&D? We do. Okay. All right. So I think that's a good character. All right. Did I miss anything about Jackie Joyner?
No, I think you got the big stuff. The big stuff with the career and the naysayers. That's a huge point. And her philanthropy, all of which is super important. And again, just makes her just continually a remarkable person.
Very much so. Very much born. Born in 1962. So that means that she is 60 years young this year.
Nice.
Yeah. So just a phenomenal person. And when we finally do meet the person who beats her record in the heptathlon, I can't wait to see that. May the odds be forever in your favor. All right, so let's see what we've got for this character. All right.
Is it gone?
Yes, it's gone.
Okay.
What Nate is talking about is because we made our character, but we don't know what she looks like right now. So we're going to give you background on what we did. So like we said, we made her a wood elf monk. We chose the way of the four elements. And we chose her different abilities or proficiencies there. Athlete, as we came to find out, is a feat, not a background. So her background is folk hero. We gave her 2 feats, mobile and athlete. We maxed out her dexterity. We gave her constitution, strength, wisdom. And then the other 2, charisma and intelligence, are in the negatives. Again, intelligence does not mean what you think it means. D&D. Everybody relax. All right. It's just how we make the game equitable.
How often do you really make religion checks? Like,
yeah, it's going to be okay. All right. Let's see. We're all going to see her together. Uh-oh. My computer is there it is. We got her up to 75.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yes. Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
Yeah.
What I always forget to do every single time.
Did you equip? You forgot to equip the
I
Okay.
did. I did forget to do that. So let's put her in her boots of speed and her javelin of lightning. All right. So javelin of lightning adds a plus 4d6. All right. And then the boots of speed, well, she's a mamma jamma.
Yep.
So we got her in that with her javelin of lightning, her unarmed strike. You can spend 4 chi points to become invisible and gain resistance to all damage but force damage for 1 minute. Okay, we gave her the Eternal Mountain Defense, all right, to cast Stone Skin. A lot of people were saying she wasn't who and all that and everything and blah, blah, blah. And she just let it fall off of you. Flames of the Phoenix, cast Fireball. Gong of the Summit. Nate wisely said, think of a firing pistol. So it's cast Shatter. Ride the Wind. You can cast Fly, including on yourself. And Shape of the Flowing River. You can spend a chi point to manipulate, reshape, raise, lower, freeze, or unfreeze an area of water no larger than 30 feet. Within 120 feet with you, because she is a monk, stillness of mind. Flurry of blows.
Mhm.
Patient defense. Step of the wind to disengage or dash. Deflect
That is-
missiles.
That is an underappreciated, like, because a lot of folks have the idea of monks as just like standing and fighting, but they like punch and then they go, right? Use Step of the Wind, use patient defense. Like, they're there to help you.
I think he's talking about my character, Antonia
I'm not
Sebastian,
saying
because I don't always use that with Antonia Sebastian, and I feel bad. I do feel bad, and I'm going to play that character better.
It's
Shh,
some,
nobody
as our-
tell Nate.
as our DM says, it is some dope monk shit. So hey, use your dope monk shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
When you roll for initiative and have no chi points remaining, you regain 4 chi points.
Yeah.
All right. Stunning Strike. When you hit with a melee weapon, you can spend 1 chi point to make the target stunned until the end of your next turn if it fails a con save. All right. So this character, she doesn't have a lot of woo 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 because she is perfection. We maxed out that dexterity. We got close to the Constitution. Her wisdom is a +2, +1 for strength. She is charismatic and she is intelligent, but again, it's D&D. We got to make this equitable. So you can't be perfect in everything. Otherwise, what would be the fun of the game? Do you see her passive perception and insight?
I do.
That is beautiful.
That's dope.
Mwah. Because she's a folk hero, she does have some animal handling there. +7 on her athletics, +8 on her insight, +8 on that perception, and +8 on that survival. All right. We just gave her that 1 weapon and that 1 pair of boots because we could, because she's amazing and because she's awesome. And again, 75 feet walking speed. Okay. Basically, if she was with my halfling character would just be like, hold on a second. Because she was just like,
Benoit's a nitty bitty. It's true. We
Benoit
love Benoit.
isn't, but Benoit also has Rune of the Giant. And so Benoit can make themselves average size. So they can get a little bit bigger so that they can walk a little bit faster, I believe. All right. This is a good character.
Yeah.
This is a good character. We done did good.
We done all right. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Reaction. What you'd expect. Bonus action. A flurry. Oh, that's what I didn't look. 2 attacks per action. And a bonus action. So basically, she can hit you twice with her Javelin of Lightning. And then as a bonus action.
Yep. You're at a certain point too, your fists count as weapons, and your fists at a certain point become magic weapons too, I think, which is crazy for crazy good against creatures that have resistance to normal weapons, but are it's better to have a magic weapon than to not. So
there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is our Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Yeah.
I like it. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and also learning a little bit more about this incredible person that is just light and magic. Just wonderful. All right, so we will be back next week, and don't know who we're going to do for next week, but we'll figure it out. And if you all have any ideas for who you would like us to do for next week, let us know. We're always interested in what you have to say. With that, Nate, say good night.
Good night.
All right, have an enjoyable Super Bowl. This will actually be aired after the Super Bowl, so have a happy Hallmark card holiday that forces you to spend a great deal of money because they feel that you should only tell the person that you love one time a year that you love them versus every single day. Right, tell them every single day. Also, St. Valentine, he died for you all. He died for you. Yeah, he died. Think about it. He died. He was murdered. Yeah, that's what that heart is all about. Because he was murdered. Stabbed in the heart. So think about that as you're eating your chocolates. Thank you for joining us on another episode of So You Want to Lead a Party. Please click the subscribe button, the like button, and don't forget to ring the bell. And if you enjoyed this week's episode, check out last week's video or the YouTube suggested videos.